What's up, Curfew Boys fans? Welcome to a live episode of the Curfew Boys. Tonight's host, you got me, Anxious Anthony, with my boy, Fireman Sam in the house.
Hey now.
Hey now. It is the month of March. I'd like to thank our first sponsor, Les Délaissés Lafrenière. This is the time of year, buddy. Some of the best pastries here in Montreal, cakes, cannolis, and our favorite. It is March.
Yeah.
Zeppelis for San Josep is coming up.
Oh my God.
I'm
craving one badly.
I want one so bad. Tonight I had a coffee and I was like, fuck, where's the Zeppelis? Just got back from Florida. as you can see, I'm bronzé.
Nice and tanned.
Tomorrow I'm going to Les Délaissés Lafrenière and I'm going to get some Zeppelis.
Nice.
And probably on the next episode, I'll show everybody one. Guys, they have 6 locations, including Rosemere, Brossard, Saint-Julie, and Montreal West, Pointe-Claire, and of course our hometown, Saint Leon. Visit lesdelaissés.com. They are simply delicious, guys. You got to have those Zeppelis. This is the time of year when it's that time to eat them. This is the time. I'd like to also thank our sponsors, Mike's Barbecue Rub. He's a Canadian company based out of Montreal, Quebec, that sells barbecue rubs, sauces, and kettle-cooked chips. All of their products are proudly made here and packaged in Canada. They could be used on all types of meat, vegetables, and even fish. Their chips are kettle-cooked in Canada, and they're the only company in Canada who is using their own barbecue rub as their seasoning of their chips. Follow them on social media pages such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. All of their products are available to purchase on their website at www.mikesbarbecuerub.com. And they also ship all across Canada. Also, if you want to see them live, they will be at the Montreal Expo tomorrow and Saturday here at the Sheraton Laval.
Golf Expo. Montreal Golf Expo.
What did I say?
You just said the Montreal Expo. So I think you got Montreal is excited that the Expos are coming back. It's the Golf Expo.
The Golf Expo. All those rumors of the Expos, it's getting to my head.
It is actually. There's not to go off topic, but like there's investors looking into it. Anyways, yeah, keep going.
I think it's coming.
I hope so.
Also, Sammy, Mike's Barbecue Rubs. Always don't forget to rub your meat.
Yeah.
All their information will be on our podcast platforms on Instagram. You'll see all their information, social media pages to click. Also, I would like to thank our sponsors, Habs Cave, Sunil, a man's cave dream for Habs fans around the world. Follow Habs Cave on Instagram for the best Habs memorabilia content. Guys, he's simply amazing. Just follow him. He supports the community, good guy to talk to, and he has every man's dreams, especially Habs fans' dreams.
To have a man's cave like
his. To the point that he has full of memorabilia covered in Montreal Canadiens, especially in the washroom. He has even toilet paper of the Boston Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs, and soon enough the Ottawa Senators. And we'll get to that.
He was there yesterday, man, and
it's Bell Center 2.0.
It's funny, but now it's like, the people of Ottawa, I mean, you could do nothing, and us Habs fans will just be thrilled and we'll just continue to take over. But you got to do something, guys. Like even as diehard Habs fans, like, can you put up a fight in your own barn? Can you show up? Can you show up and support your guys? Like, do something.
But the thing is, Sam, it's been a thing since who knows how long. I mean, since the Dawson days, Sam, you and I went to Ottawa.
Oh, I remember
back in
that.
2008.
Was it 2008 or 2000?
Something like that. Well, we graduated in 05. Went to 06,
07. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
we were there. It was Bell Center 2.0. The only difference is from then and now, I think it's more noticeable because we are a better team. There's a lot of hype in the Montreal Canadiens fan base. We are not yet contenders, but getting to that point very soon. People love watching us, so it is more noticeable. Like
Yeah,
this
but
has been an issue for years, and no one complained about it. No one even spoke about it. No one even cared about it. But now it's just that it's more noticeable because we're winning, we're playing well, we have a young team, and everybody now is going to Ottawa to watch. Because look, tickets are expensive here in Montreal, right?
yeah,
That's
of
number
course.
one.
No, that's for sure. But you would think that Ottawa, fighting for a wild card spot, being they're what now? They're 5 points out from the Bruins. And by the way, good news: the Bruins are losing. They just scored now, but they're losing to San Jose Sharks 4-1. They just scored. But anyways, in the third period, 11 and a half minutes left on the dot. The Bruins are down 4-1 against the Sharks. But like you would think, Ant, they're fighting for a wild card spot. They're not far behind. If you really think about it, like, how are you not going to go support your guys? At the end of the day, we don't care because as Habs fans, it's your problem. It's your problem, and we have fans.
We have fans everywhere.
All over the country, and there's the city of Gatineau in Quebec that's just right across the river. So of course, like you
We're
said,
also in the West Coast. You watched the San Jose and Anaheim game. I saw Habs fans everywhere. I mean,
dude,
again,
they're everywhere.
It's more noticeable now because we are, again, what I said a few episodes again. We are now a team to hate because we are good, right? That's why we all hate the Patriots when they were good. We hate the Tampa Bay Lightnings for a couple of years because they were good and always winning. Fan bases are going to start hating on a specific team and picking on a specific team when they start getting better. That's it's part of life.
We're gonna be the team. Hopefully, the
we are
goal
the
is
team
to
that
be the
everybody
team.
wants to beat. A team to beat.
Exactly that.
And a,
So
and a jealous fan base.
mhm.
We all picked on Tom Brady and found the little things because he was good and they were winning. Now it's KC and the Mahomes. Now they're gone. Who's next? There's always someone. A fan base is going to want to pick on someone. And now the Montreal Canadiens are getting to that point. Hence why we're noticing it more all across. Again, we were everywhere. We were always in Ottawa. We were always in Anaheim. We were always everywhere. But no one paid attention to that because no one cared about the Habs. Now everybody cares about us. We are on the map. There we go. That's what we're looking. We're on the map.
Well, not just within Montreal Canadiens fan base. I mean, everybody always cared, but now everybody around the NHL and hockey world is really, really starting to take notice, and especially after last night's tilt against the Senators, maybe even before that. There's lots of things to be excited about, Anthony, and we've been doing this podcast for 5 years now, even though we're in our 6th season. The first year was the COVID year. We kind of did like a 2 seasons in 1 year. There's never a lack of drama with this team.
Nope.
There's always something to talk about with this team. It is absolutely crazy. But
hold on. I'm going to put a pin on that. Sorry, I'm going to really throw a curveball here. You're going to freak out. You might get mad at me offline after.
I always get mad at you offline.
I know everybody does. So let's just add to it. I guess we went straight into the Sens thing in my opening, but there was a topic I want to bring up.
Sure.
Prior to the Habs talk, since we are a Habs podcast, but we're also a sports podcast, sometimes I like to bring up some drama that's going around in other sports or other teams, just to like spice things up a little bit. So I want to bring up one topic. We're going to keep it short and sweet because I want to ask you this question, okay?
Sure.
I had this debate with someone today, and though I see his side of it, there's a different side I see now, and I'll explain. So the World Cup is coming in 2 months, okay?
Yeah.
You and I are big Italian fans.
Yeah.
We are disappointed in the Italian franchise that, we haven't made the World Cup in 2 years, in 8 years, so 2 World Cups, and potentially now we might not make the third. We have March 26th, a playoff game. If we win, play the 29th. If we win, then we qualify for
against Northern Ireland, if I'm correct.
The first game, and if we win, then we play the winner of the other bracket.
I have it saved in my phone calendar, believe it or not.
I have it saved as well. I'm looking forward to it.
How about that baseball team, though? That Italian baseball team. Bro, come on.
Like, what
come on.
When they celebrate with the espresso.
Dude, that's the greatest thing in the world. But anyways, keep going.
I'm loving it. But what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, so I argued, again, a lot of other fan bases will point and pick on Italians saying, we always have excuses. Look, we are to blame to lose that one game to not qualify. I just find the format of making the World Cup is the stupidest thing ever. And again, maybe I'm biased because it's us not making it, but like, We don't make it after just one loss, which is unfair because there's other because it's hard to explain. It's other formats in different, like the UEFA. Then there's the African League, whatever. Them, they can lose 3-4 games and still make it. Everybody else, there's teams that that qualified the World Cup have 4 or 5 losses, have like 3 wins, and they're there. Italy won the whole fucking thing, all their qualifiers. Lost 1, well this time 2, but whatever, and still didn't qualify. We are the highest team not qualified with them. We have the most wins and points. That it's not qualified out of everybody in the fucking thing. It's just an unfair format. Yes, we are to blame to lose that game, but still, does it make sense that you cannot make a World Cup because of 1 loss? It's whatever. My point I'm trying to make is, I want to ask you this question as an Italian fan, as a sports fan as well. Not to get into politics, I'm not getting into it, but with the whole war going on, Iran pulled themselves out of this tournament. So they came out and said they're not going to come to the World Cup, which I don't blame them. I mean, why would you want to come to U.S. soil?
Well, there's lots of shit going on. We don't need to go deep into that, but yeah, okay.
They're pulling themselves out to be safe for their fans and this and that.
Yeah.
There is rumors right now that the team to replace them and not go through the playoff round is Italy. So that means it'll be a free pass. Okay. Now,
I did not put the 2 and 2 together. I did not expect that. Okay.
So Italy might get a free pass to not play those World Cup qualifying games and automatically qualify. Now, I had a debate, and I'm on both sides here. So, like, people be like, would it feel good for you to make it after because of an Iran? I get it. I get that.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't want to have that feeling, but at the same time, I was even happy that we got to this point with just 1 loss when there's 5 other teams in that qualified to have 6-7 losses and they're in it. So I'm on the boat where, like, I don't want this free pass, but at the same time, I think we should have made it no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if I want it or don't want it.
Well, I mean, look, let's say I can't use. Think of it this way. Actually, I didn't want to use sports in this, but I actually will. The first bubble playoff.
There we go. Perfect
so remember the Montreal Canadiens? They were not a playoff team before COVID happened, and then they made it because there was that little play-in round where it was between them and Pittsburgh, and then the same thing in the West. I think it was Edmonton versus Chicago. And Pittsburgh complained to the league saying they didn't want to face the Montreal Canadiens because they didn't want to face Carey Price. They didn't want to face Shea Weber. And you know what I mean? I think I definitely see both sides.
But in that format, Sam, I don't agree with it because Montreal was not a playoff team. So they got without being a playoff team.
No, but they weren't a playoff team yet. But look, to the best of my memory, it's 5 years ago, so I don't even remember.
They were not. They were 14-15 place, Sam. They were not making it. Like they were not.
So
they were not there.
So anyways, yeah, I get it, but at the end of the day, if the leagues have those rules, then they're still technically following those rules. It's not it's not like it came out of nowhere. It's like oh, Iran, you're out. Okay.
Pick out of a hat,
Italy, come on in. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, look, to get away from sports real quick, and then we're going to talk Montreal Canadiens. Like, let's say you're trying to get into a school or a program, you train hard or you studied and all that, and, they pick 20, and you're number 21. And then somebody within the top 20 backed out for reasons X, Y, Z. You know what I mean? Well, it's technically your turn. You get in. Like, you still got it. Yeah, you weren't part of the top 20, but you still
gave yourself of it.
You made but because you gave yourself that chance too.
You deserved it, and you didn't make it by one.
You didn't. Well, whether you deserve it, I mean, like it's not that you deserve it, but like, hey, listen, somebody's gone. You're the best of, like, not the best of the worst, but you know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying. But you're still there to be, like, close enough that, hey, in case somebody is out or in case a team is out, well, you guys are next because of external circumstances, however you want to call it. So
that's my, like, I'm drawing the line here because
Yeah.
Back
I
to the
get it. I
Montreal
get it.
Canadiens example,
Yeah.
they were 14, 15 place. I remember I had this argument with Joey because I'm like, guys, it's COVID. We made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And I get everybody's
Yeah.
example. Like, does it feel good? If we would have won the Stanley Cup that year, would have I felt good? No, I wouldn't have, right? Because we made it because if it was a real season, we wouldn't have made the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes, dude, circumstances beyond anybody's control, or that it's
No, I get it.
It is what it is, right? So
In a way, back to
that's
just
how I see it.
conclude
That's
it.
how I
I
see it.
mean, if Italy makes it because of that, I won't be as disappointed because I think we deserve to make it no matter what.
Okay.
But at the same time, I know people are gonna have that chatter. Oh,
Right.
they made it because of this. So I really want to have those playoff games and win them and hope that we make it without that controversy. But anyways, that being said, let's get back to our Habs. Sorry about that curveball. I just really want to talk about it because I want to hear your opinion. And
As if
if you're listening to this episode, just give us your comments. No biased comments of like, oh, you're Italian. You always say no. I'm being serious. Like, this is a legitimate question. I want to know what people think and how would you feel in this case. Again, it's a stupid format, but it doesn't matter. Habs. So, back-to-back wins against Canadian rivalries. Yes, Toronto's not a good team anymore.
Did you see what happened to Matthews, by the way? Austin Matthews?
No.
So they're playing against the Ducks, and Rako Gudas went and leaned in for a body check, and knee-on-knee collision took Matthews out of the game.
Oh shit! So he's
he's out of the game. Rako Gudas got a 5-minute and a major misconduct. So just when you thought the Maple Leaf season couldn't get any worse,
that franchise is collapsing, guys.
They're imploding. But that's karma to how they treat. I believe it's karma to how they treated Mitch Marner. Maybe not so much the organization, but their fan base. That's what they fucking. That's what you get.
Look, not to shit. Okay, I want to shit on them, but aside from let's make fun of the Leafs. I mean, that whole franchise from and I blame management. Okay, yes, I hate the fans, I hate the team, and I'm not being the rivalry biased here, but just speaking true fan hockey knowledge, whatever. They were contenders for 7 seasons now. They had on paper.
It was their year every year. So
it was their year every year. They could have, if they played it right and smart, they could have won the Stanley Cup at least 3 out of the 7 fucking times. They were just idiots because they focus on the Fab Five and they just and you know what?
They didn't build around them properly.
We did it. Sorry to bring this up, it's going to hurt you, Sam, but we did the same error with Carey Price. We did not build around. We were trying to build around Carey, and we failed. We didn't do it properly, and they did the same thing. They had 5 superstars, and they just focused on the 5 and didn't build properly around. Hence, why they're here where they are now, and now they're just collapsing completely to the point where they might have to restart a full rebuild. From being contenders for 7 seasons or more. I'm just throwing up a number 7, but I think it's 7, or less because it was after COVID. But it doesn't matter. They were contenders, and they couldn't even pass the first round. And it's just a sad story. Like the Habs, we went through this shit for a really long time, but we were never there. So it's not a sad story. We just had we were just retooling, fixing the potholes, and never fixed it properly. They had the team to win it if they did it properly, and they just now at the point where they might lose it all and have to.
They never had a goalie. They never had a goal. They never had proper defense. Like even Morgan Riley in his prime was okay. I mean, they never had they needed more than just Morgan Riley. Us, the Canadians, sure, we never really put a proper team around Carey Price. But we still had Carey Price. And for some reason, there was a bit more pride wearing the logo. With Pacioretty, Markov, PK, Brendan Gallagher, then the Galchenyuks at that time. Like, we still had something good. I personally think they just didn't have the right coach. But the players themselves
had the right culture.
They did and they didn't. I truly believe give that Montreal Canadiens lineup, because they went to get Jeff Petrie, they went to get Thomas Vanek, even though he didn't want to come here. Like, he still performed at least till the end of the ranks. They needed a better coach. Just
in 2021. They had
No,
a good
no, no, no,
lead.
no.
You talking prior?
No, no. I'm talking about this the playoffs where Carey Price got injured by Chris Kreider, that bastard.
Mm.
Like if Carey Price doesn't go down, they at least go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
100%.
Do they beat the LA Kings? The LA Kings that playoff, they were monsters. They were big. They were hitting everybody. They just clobbered their way through everybody basically, even though they got in by the skin of their teeth. If that's the playoffs I remember, the one that they won. So there's that. And then 2021 again, that whole COVID thing, Carey Price, Shea Weber, Corey Perry, and then even Eric Stahl. They had belief together, but again, they didn't have the right coach. They didn't have the right coach. Like, can you imagine those teams with maybe not a Marty St. Louis, because Marty St. Louis broke our hearts during that playoff round, but having a Marty mindset coach for that team.
But
Maybe
it's
who knows what could have happened, but
I,
it is what
no,
it
but
was what it
I
was.
get what you're saying, and I agree. Like coaching would have been a big difference, but I think it's beyond that because we had, like you said before, we had a lot of great players.
Mhm.
Not a perfect team around Carey, but we had the year with the Jonathan, the Gomez. We
Yeah,
had
that was
the
even way before.
Camilleri.
That was way
We had the
before that
Kovalev
too.
years. We had the
Yeah,
Galchenyuk years. With the Pacioretty and Subban years. But I think what the problem we had was there was they weren't the culture in the that's the word. The culture in the room was just always negative. We always heard stories when people got traded that there was no connection between everybody hated Subban or everybody hated Pacioretty or Pacioretty's who kicked
yeah.
out Subban.
I'm sure. I'm sure there were clicks. I'm sure there were clicks.
There
Yeah,
was Galchenyuk. There was like there was never the right environment
there was a lot
around
of
Carey.
drama.
There
There
was a
was a
lot of
lot of
drama in the
drama
dressing room.
well, not just in the dressing room, mostly outside. Like Devontae Smith-Pelly, Nathan Beaulieu had their shit too. Galchenyuk after him. I mean, So it's so different now than what we're seeing with this team,
But
man.
now it's like
It's
they're building so perfectly. And I not we can easily become, knock on wood, the Toronto Maple Leafs in 2-3 years and everything
no, no,
collapses.
no,
I'm
no,
not saying
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
You know
no.
what I mean?
La, 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 I don't want to
No,
hear
no,
that.
no,
I
no,
don't
okay,
want to
sorry,
fucking hear
sorry.
that.
Say, take that out.
You're
Rewind.
what Marty said is that like they care, and he keeps repeating this, but he said this again like a couple of nights ago. I think it was his pregame press conference before the Leafs. He said like this team, they care for each other, they
Yeah.
celebrate together. It's been a pleasure me watching these young guys grow together. And it's been a lot of fun. They're really good people. And like this is what we've been dreaming of. And now this comes back to what you said a few years ago, maybe last season or the year before. You're bringing these kids together and you're built there. That's exactly what they're doing. And you called it, Ant. They're building this team together. Like, yeah, it was obvious to see, but still, it's like we've never had this before.
No.
From the forwards, even though it starts with Suzuki, and even though you got your veterans like Anderson and Gallagher, then you add in a few or whoever, but like with the Suzukis, your Caulfields, then your Slavkovskis, then your Lane Hudson, now your Ivan Demidovs, your Oliver Kapanins, and pretty soon it's gonna be your Michael Hage, and right now the topic of tonight, your Jacob Fowler, but then you throw in a younger veteran in Noah Dobson. You bring an older guy who's like probably the nicest guy in that locker room, a Mike Matheson. It's all part of that culture building, like a family bond that they're building as their culture. But like they also hold each other accountable to their actions, good and not so good. You know what I mean? It all that leads to what has happened in these last 48 hours. You could even extend it to since the start of the season, Anthony. There's a message now. The message is clear. It's clear as day.
Wait, don't say it. The question I want to ask, the topic of the night. Sammy, yes or no? I asked this in the group yesterday.
Oh
no one
my
answered.
God.
Only one person
Oh,
answered.
sorry. I was working last night during
Yeah,
that
I
stupid
figured you were
rain,
working.
that
And
rainstorm. Wasn't so bad, but it was right after the game we started getting bombarded with calls.
is it
with 901.
safe to say? This is the
Oh my
question.
God. Oh my God.
Is it safe to say
Oh boy.
we will never see Samuel Montembeault wearing a Habs jersey again? I'll answer straight. I don't.
Yeah, go
After
go go.
last night,
I've been thinking about this all
I
day.
I don't know. My answer is no. If it stays consistent, I'm really hoping yesterday was not a fluke and it was just one of those.
Yo, but that's the thing too. I'm with Jacob Fowler. I'm taking it a game at a time, just because I don't want. Look, the hype is real for me about Jacob Fowler. I've said it in previous episodes that he's the next one, and I don't mean to put all that pressure on him. Part of me is joking. Part of me truly believes he is the next one. Is he the next Carey Price? I'm not going to go as far as say that. Is he the next Patrick Waugh? I'm not going to go as far as say that either. Just the way they drafted this kid, there's evidence of it in the scout, the war room, whatever you want to call it, amongst the scouts. The way the scout Billy battled to win his argument as to why the Montreal Canadiens should draft this kid, Jacob Fowler. It's obvious they drafted him to be the next number one goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens. Sam Montembeault, you could love the guy as a person. He's an amazing human being. We've never met him, but you hear nothing but great things about him as a human being. You hear nothing but great things about him as a teammate, in professional sports. He's a good teammate to the guys. Okay. Even if there's negativity surrounding him, he doesn't bring that in the locker room. He doesn't bring that to his teammates. He's a good pro. Say what you want about Sam Montembeault. Despite his performance this season and maybe a couple seasons ago, and even maybe before that, since he first got here, he's been a heck of a pro. He really has. But right now, we're at a stage in this rebuild where we need to see results. And those results need to give us W's, need to give us wins. And Sam Montembeault, he did that last year when we didn't have much to lose last season, but it was more like let's try to get there and make the playoffs. And we did. Credit to Sam Montembeault. He delivered. He played his ass off last season. This season is a different story. The stakes are a little higher now. Now it's not all about let's try to make the wild card spot. It's like, no, we got to make the playoffs. Can't you set this at the deadline, which we're going to get to towards the end of this episode? Can't you set it? Our goal now is to make the playoffs this year and next season and the one after and the one after that. You need results. And one of the most important, probably the most important position in your team is your goaltender. Sam Montembeault, what happened is off the get-go, he did not have a great start. There's only one or two games I can think of where he played a great game. It was against Vegas. It was against Winnipeg before the Olympic break. And there was maybe one more, I want to say, I don't remember, but basically only 3 games that we can think of that he played well. He got sent down to Laval for conditioning stint. So that was giving him a chance to kind of find your game. Then they fired Eric Raymond, the goalie coach, bringing in Marco Marciano. That was another chance. Then you kind of give him a game or two before the Olympic break. You come back from the Olympic break, you give him a couple of games too. And in California, that's 3 chances he was given. I can't speak for what's going to happen next season, even though I have a feeling I'll say what I think might happen next season. Man, there was a message. The message was sent the first time to Jakub Dobeš and Sam Montembeault. We're calling up Jacob Fowler, who everybody knows is our future, because, hey, you guys aren't doing it. You guys aren't getting the job done. Even though Dobeš had a good start, he kind of went down a little bit. My God, there's a brawl going on between Boston and San Jose. San Jose's winning it. Boston ain't too happy. Anyways, Fowler comes up the first time. That's a message. You hire a new goalie coach. That's another message. And you're bringing back Jacob Fowler a 3rd time now. The message is clear.
That's why my question when I asked you, is it safe to say?
I'm still trying to build up my answer here. So sorry if I'm taking a little too much time to answer.
Go.
I don't know, Anthony, but the message is clear. And the way Jacob Fowler played last night against the Senators, that last minute play or that last minute set
Minute
of
and 20
action going on in
seconds.
the on a minute and 20 seconds of just like amazingness from Fowler. Like I don't. That's not a fluke, and especially that the kid played only one game in like 3 weeks because he was sick for a little bit, so he missed one. He missed a couple of games. Played one game. Laval played a great game. The message is clear, and the message, unfortunately, I it goes to Sam Montembeault, and I feel for the guy. I really, really do. I feel for the guy because he cares. He does care. He cares about this team. He cares about the guys. We need results now. We need W's. And I'm at the belief, Anthony. I'm at the belief that here I'm starting to answer your question now. This season was an audition for who's going to be the future backup to Jacob Fowler. And this season, Jakub Dobeš is winning that audition. Therefore, I don't see Sam Montembeault coming back next season. I really, really don't. And I'll say this, Anthony. Let's say right now, just so everybody's aware, the Canadians, the rules are after the trade deadline, you're allowed 5 call ups. So the Canadians already used one to call up Jacob Fowler. Okay. Now, I don't think I don't know if Jacob Fowler is going to be here for the rest of the season. I'm really trying to decide if it's a good thing for him or not. Part of me says yes. Part of me says no. Let him be the goalie in Laval because they might have a longer run in the playoffs. But Laval is doing good with Kakkonen and Nets too. I
Sam.
but right now it's real. I don't know if this answers your question, Anthony. It's really hard to picture Sam Montembeault get any games right now. It really, really is.
I think so. Basically, you said it before. Okay, they sent him down for conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that was your like. It was a message sent there and saying, "Hey, we're giving you a break. There's something going on. We need to fix this. We need you back." Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, look, I'll take over, but I know exactly what you're gonna say, and especially like right now, like look at what Marty said yesterday when he was getting bombarded with questions about well, what's going on with your goaltenders, what's going on with your goaltenders, what's going on with your goaltenders, and to the point where Marty got frustrated. He's like, I'm not gonna answer 40 questions about my goaltender. He was trying to protect Sam Montembeault. But when your coach also says Jacob Fowler tonight provides us the best chance at winning, well, that's another message.
So yeah. So basically, what I was trying to say. Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, it's all
So
good.
what happened? So what I'm trying to say is this: you send him down. You said it before. Monty did not have a good start of the season. There was a lot. There was what 3 good games that he performed. So they send him down, right? Just
Mhm.
to clear his air, different environment, different team, just to try to build back that confidence that he lost. Because again, I'm not shitting on Monty. The guy won a gold medal. He's the one that the one season we all said let's trade him for a bag of pucks, and then after that he came back and he became our number one goalie and brought us to the playoffs and played amazing. Like he was our goalie. We
Mhm.
all agreed that he was our number one.
Yeah.
We cannot deny that. We all loved him, and he's shown that sign that this guy could be our goalie. He brought us to the playoffs last season. I'm not taking anything away from this guy. For some odd reason, I'm not sure what happened this season. He completely lost his confidence.
Yeah,
Completely.
that's
Now,
true.
is it because of, in back of his head, is the fight between him and Fowler or him and Dobesh? We don't know.
I'm getting the feeling. I don't know what it's like to be in his head or in his skates. I'm getting the feeling that him getting older, knowing that Jacob Fowler's on the horizon, maybe it played with his psyche. Maybe I get
And
the
I think
feeling. I get the feeling it did, but I could be wrong.
But then being sent down was like, okay, a message was sent by management. Hey, Monty, we're not giving up on you. We just need you to set up aside, get back your confidence, come back and help us win again like last season. You give him that chance. You fired a coach. That's another message saying, hey, maybe the coach is the problem. Maybe it's not you. It's the coach. Let's fix this. We're giving you the tools to become the player that you were last year and better. You got your 2 chances. You come back to the lineup and you still
that game against Anaheim, man, it was.
But that's the thing. So I think I strongly think that he's just gone in his mind. I don't believe that Joey might hate me for this. I don't believe he's a bad goalie. I don't think he lost it completely. What I said about Allen 2 seasons ago, where he needed a new environment, a new building, a new team, and new fans.
Was it Allen or Primo? Did you mention
Primo?
Yeah, dude, Caden Primo.
He's done.
It's over.
It's over. But I think Monty, because we've seen it, and we've seen what he's capable of doing. It's not like he was a fluky goalie. The guy had 2-3 good seasons and won a gold medal. It's not just a freak. Like, it wasn't just a fluke. The guy, you saw it in him. So I think he just needs a different environment where he doesn't have that pressure with Fowler.
He needs to be a backup. I think he needs to be a backup on a different team away from here. Yeah, for sure. Because I think he still has what it takes to stay in the NHL. I really, really do.
I think so too. I really think he still has it, just not with us anymore. And I think yesterday's message, that's why I don't see him coming back, is the message is we need to win. The standings are too close for comfort. Yes, after tonight, guys, congratulations. Red Wings lost, Bruins lost, Sabres lost.
Yeah,
everybody lost in our favor.
Yeah,
but we cannot afford
really, really good.
Lose. So when you put Monty in net, there's zero confidence. There's zero comfort to be behind those bars, right? So one last thing, and I'll let you get back to it. There's something about Fowler, and me too. I don't want to say that it was a fluky game yesterday. Yesterday, I watched that whole game, and I was just paying attention to him. That guy looks so comfortable. Zero
calm,
nerves,
right?
So calm, so relaxed. Imagine this, Sam. Okay, imagine this. You are a young goalie where you know the fan base is shitting on Monty. Okay, you know that that wins are very important and crucial during this time. You're young. You're hearing all this chatter. The coach and management sent down Monty because they lost confidence in him. Bring you up. Now the pressure's on you. The fan base is looking at you for that W. And you still play like that with zero nerves?
Dude, 1,000% I agree with you. And this is kind of why I'm on the fence of whether we should keep him here. Should we put all that pressure on him? Say that again?
I think you have no choice now, Sam.
Okay, so I semi-agree with you. And I also, but the reason why I'm on the fence is because I don't want to have all that pressure on him.
I don't think he cares.
Well, there's that. He said this. His famous quote was, "Pressure is a privilege." It's a very famous quote. It's not from him, but he used it during his draft interview, right? So, but I also think I think management wants to see that. Look, kid, we drafted you because you're going to be the future. Show what you're made of under pressure moments, being the goaltender of the team that you're supposed to win with. I really think, like I said, I'm on the fence, but I think on the good side of it is putting him in this situation with guys that he's going to play with full time in the NHL, and that there's going to be pressure on him and the rest of the team to actually win. So that's why I'm 50-50. But now the big question, Ant, I'm going to throw you a question now. Let's say it's confirmed Monty is done playing for the rest of this season with the Montreal Canadiens, and your 2 goalies are Jacob Fowler and Jakub Dobeš. Let's say the playoffs start tomorrow, and this is a debate going on everywhere in Montreal amongst podcasts everywhere talking about the Montreal Canadiens, both English and French. If the playoffs start tomorrow, Anthony, who are you putting in nets?
I think it's a too soon question after yesterday's performance. If
Okay.
you base yourself on yesterday's performance,
Mm-hmm.
then you put Fowler based
Okay.
on yesterday's performance.
Right.
But I feel
Right.
like it's too much of a small window to make a decision for tomorrow.
Fair.
I
That's fair.
say let's have this debate after how's the schedule looking?
As soon as
here?
they clinch. As soon as they clinch. I would have this debate as soon as the Montreal Canadiens clinch a playoff spot. Then you have that debate. But look,
But only that, you see another thing. Dobej also has an amazing record. You know what I mean? So
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean. 1,000%. So, and let me ask you this: the way Dobesh has kind of carried this team a little bit with 20 wins, 20 wins on the season, and even though his goals against average and his save percentage aren't great, the important stat column W's is very good. I think you gotta respect that, though.
yes,
I think you gotta respect that, and
I want to respect it because we are here today because of him.
mostly because of him. And you know, the game against LA, if there's one thing that Jakub Dobeš is proving is that he's able to bounce back from either a bad performance or from a loss that might not totally be his fault. That's one thing that Sammy Montembeault has not been able to do. He has not been able to bounce back to the point where like he could take over a game after a bad loss. He hasn't been able to do that. Jakub Dobeš has. That's I think that's the big difference between these two goaltenders, between Sam Montembeault and Jakub Dobeš, is that he's able to bounce back. Look, the game against San Jose, not totally his fault. Wasn't his best game either. The guys in front of him didn't help him out. The game against the Ducks, man, that was a Jekyll and Hyde performance by Sam Montembeault. You let in one terrible shot, one shot from the fucking hot dog stand outside the arena. You let that shot in. Then the next play, you're making 2 kick saves. You're sprawling down. You make a stick save, and then the next play after, another shot from the point that you struggle to stop, whether it was tipped or screened a little bit. Like
But look,
that was, I think, that game, Anthony, against the Ducks, if it wasn't the final nail in the coffin for Sam Montembeault, it was sure as shit very close to it.
but we said it in our group chat that night, Sam. Look at how what's the name of the Ducks goalie?
I think it was Dostal. Was it Dostal in nets? I'm pretty sure it was Dostal in nets. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can fact check that.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'll go get it.
look,
Pretty sure it's Dostal.
not every goalie is perfect. No goalie is
No.
perfect. Okay.
No.
But in situations like a game like Anaheim, when it was a back and forth,
Yeah, it was Lucas Dostal. Yeah. There you
okay,
go.
it was a back and forth game
Mhm.
on both parties, on both ends.
Mhm.
It takes that one or two saves that changes the whole momentum,
Yeah.
or dictation of this game. Who's going to
Mhm.
win it? Demidov had 2 breakaways.
Yeah.
Caulfield got robbed
Mhm.
twice. Demidov had a beautiful penalty breakaway. Yes, the post helped that save, but that pad.
No,
beat
it
there.
was a pat save. Yeah, but
was a
you're talking
pat-
about the Shark style, right? Or no?
No,
Oh,
it was
no,
Anaheim.
it's Anaheim.
It was
Excuse me.
Anaheim.
Sorry.
That game there, I remember writing.
Yeah. Yes.
That save there,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
is a save that changed that whole game, because if that goes in,
Yeah.
Anaheim
Maybe
is playing catch up hockey. If
Yeah.
Demidov's breakaway goes in, or Caulfield's fucking
Caulfield got robbed. Yeah, that's true.
that
Yeah.
puck was going straight in, and
Yeah,
he got
yeah,
robbed. That
yeah.
puck goes in, Anaheim is playing catch up hockey. You know what I mean?
But again, Dostal, key saves, making key saves when they
And
matter.
those are the key saves that mattered.
Montembeault couldn't do it. But then look at the game against LA. Like Dobesh, fantastic game. Thank God he was able to bounce back, because let's be honest, he let in that one shit goal that should have never gone in. And imagine that could have been the difference maker, because they tied it up with that goal and then they took a lead after. And then thank God the Canadiens just flipped the switch in the third period and decided to like Uri Slavkovsky all of a sudden decided to just be like, okay, I'm going God mode, beast mode now. I'll take care of it, boys. and the troops just rallied. Mind you, that game, it started with Lane Hudson having an amazing shift in the offensive zone and like just buzzing around. It started from there. He created that momentum, but Jakub Dobeš made a key save at the end in the last minute of the game, or towards the last 2-3 minutes of the game. That's what we're talking about. Being able to bounce back after letting in a bad goal. The guys in front of you are battling it out. You know what I mean? That's what Sam Montembeault was not able to do this season.
I look at it as Dobeš has the, you said it, finding a way to bounce back. I feel like when Monty lets in a goal, his confidence just dies.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you lose a lead with Monty, the guy is already lost. Like my son's Adam hockey team, they're down 2 goals. The game is already over. They just their momentum drops, their confidence. They give up right away.
Well, not to give up, but they just lose confidence.
That momentum's not there. But when you have the lead, you are a strong goal. Like Monty, if you start with the lead and keeps the lead all game, the guy is going to be the best goalie on the ice. Yeah. And look at the stats. I don't think he blows out leads. You put in 2 goals ahead of him, he's just keeping the game alive, and he has that momentum. The moment he has that loss, it's whatever. With Dobeš in nets, and even look at yesterday with Fowler in nets, we didn't have the lead, and the players find a way to bounce back. The goalie has the confidence.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just feel like this season he is mentally checked out.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
because again, you said
I feel
it before.
For the guy.
I do too. I don't want to shit on him. A couple of years ago, we all shot him at the beginning because he was just a horrible goalie.
It wasn't good.
But he didn't show us what he's capable of doing. He just started off bad, right? So, but then when he had that bounce back season, he came out strong, and we're like, holy shit, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
And then we all said it like, oh my god, I don't want to trade him anymore. He's our number 1 goalie. Goals to play with Canada, wins the gold, brings us to the playoffs. Like I think Monty just checked out mentally with us, and I think it takes a toll with the whole rebuild, young team, Dobeš playing. It all started, I think, the crash out, and I'm sorry to say this, but I think the injury of last year in the playoffs, and Dobeš came in and won the game, and everybody just fucking glorified Dobeš.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something.
I think that really destroyed Monty, because I think at that point he realized, oh my god.
You bring up a good point though. I'm starting to question now if he ever recovered from that, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, I don't know about the physical part, but mentally, I think that really destroyed him. Because imagine you're a goalie that kept this team alive, brought them to the playoffs, and then
you're on a high. You're on a high, and then
this young guy comes in and performs amazing. It's like look at now. I'm even worried about Dobeš after seeing Fowler yesterday, because you know what I mean. Like this could, I feel like Montreal is the worst market to have 2 top goalies, because when you have 2 top goalies, the other good one starts collapsing because it's.
It's a price look like a Price Halak situation this time. It's with 3 goalies.
But that's it's always the same fucking issue with us. It's not a bad issue, but it becomes a bad issue because it takes away. Like every other team has one amazing goalie, Vasilevsky, and all these guys, and have a good shit backup. Montreal's always fucking. We always have like the I don't know how to say it. Like it's like.
Well, we've had Carey Price for years.
We're always fortunate to have 2 good backup goals. We never have one shit backup goal. There's always like, this Theodore, and then there's Huet comes in, and he's still good. And then you have fucking Halak and Price.
You have Huet and Abisher, and then you have.
And Abisher was a fucking good goalie too at one point. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
he was.
We're always fortunate to have 2 good goalies. We can never have like 1 mediocre and 1 great. And it's not a bad problem to have.
Wow. We had Price and Peter Budaj, then we had Price and Alex Auld. Like, then we had Ben Scrivens at one point, and then we had Dustin Tokarski at one point. And then,
but that's why, like, we should take advantage, like our goalie situation, our management, and I think we have the right management to do this with. Is you got to play it smart, right? Like you take advantage of having two amazing,
Oh my
two
god.
potential good.
Sorry, Robert
Montoya.
Montoya too.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my god, I remember that 11 goals in Columbus. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah,
I was at a restaurant in Laval. Oh my god. Anyways, yes.
but
Sorry.
like, no, it's okay. So like, we should take advantage of having two great goalies. Meaning, don't put it on like. I feel like, man, like we always had this problem in the past where, and it's also the fan base too, right? That takes a toll on this. We should not shit on the goal. Like, for example, next season, I'd say it's Dobej and Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like I don't want to get to a point where Dobej now becomes the next Monty, where it's like now he's worried that he's losing his spot because of Fowler. Hey, Dobej, if you're listening to this, yes, you may be losing your number one position, but don't fuck it up, because being a good backup goalie could also be very advantageous for us.
Well,
You
let
know
me
what I
ask
mean?
you this, Anthony. Like, how many games do you see Jacob Fowler playing in a season? And how many games do you see Jakub Dobeš playing in a season? Somewhere down the line, do you see them splitting it almost 60-40? Because I think so. Maybe.
It's not a bad thing to have a 60-40 split.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think I mean, maybe it could happen. Maybe we could see Jacob Fowler play 50, 60 games, and then Jakub Dobeš plays only 20. Well, it's good. It's gonna be 84 game season now, and he plays 24. I don't know though. I don't know. I think it's gonna be the 50-30 range. I don't think we're gonna see the days of like Carey Price where he played over 60 games, got over 40 wins.
No, I
I
don't see
don't think
that.
so.
I mean, I don't think this management will put that pressure on a goalie, especially that they're two young goalies. I don't see them
Mhm.
doing that issue. Um, I mean,
The-
this is a conversation for next season for sure.
but us,
Like I said, for now, in the next couple of games, like we have the back to back this weekend against.
the back to back. Honestly, it's revenge of California against San Jose and Anaheim. So you want
Who
to
do
know
you
what?
start Saturday?
Saturday they play.
San
Let me
Jose.
get the calendar.
It's San Jose and Anaheim. I'll be on
Who
Sunday's game.
who? Nice, dude. You give Dobesh a chance to win against the Sharks on Saturday, and you put Fowler against the Ducks on Sunday. I'm going with that. I'm going with that, and then after it's a game every 2 days except for the weekend after. They're
You
off
want to
two.
put Dobej on Saturday after the heat from Fowler, like after the performance he had yesterday? You want to bench
Well,
him for his game?
yeah, but well, I mean, he did play a great game against the Leafs, and yeah, the Leafs, the Leafs are shit. They were just shit to watch against Saturday. It was an easy game for the
It was
Canadiens,
2 shots on
but
net in the third period,
but
and
but I still think there's still a good wave of both of them. Keep that wave going. I really don't mind. At the end of the day, you're gonna see them split duties anyways. I just think give Dobish the start against the Sharks, because that tells them, hey man, like you almost got them last time we played them. Go, let's go get them. And then give Fowler the Ducks, another young team too. It's gonna be a good challenge for him. And then after that, I think after that weekend, after this coming weekend, we might get more answers as to we're gonna know what the Canadiens are at the salary cap, and if they're gonna have to send Fowler back down or something, because the Canadiens are they're up against the cap over here now, huh? So don't forget, they're not adding. They can't call up anybody. I know now the talk is call up David Ryback or call up David Ryback. They can't. There's no more There's no more room. They tried trading somebody at the deadline to clear up some cap space. If you want to
what
talk
do you
about that a
do?
bit.
What about again? I don't know this how it works, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's a lot of rumors that we might see Michael Hage towards the end. Is that a possibility?
There's no room for him. So, but here's the thing. So Michael Hage is playing Saturday in the Big Ten semifinals of the NCAA. So right now, college hockey is in playoff mode, and Michael Hage and Michigan, they beat Notre Dame on yesterday. They beat them Wednesday night, same night that the Canadiens beat the Sens. Michael Hage won four assists. Go figure. So now there's another game. They play another game Saturday. Even if they lose, I think his team might still be able to go to the big Frozen Four tournament. That tournament finals is on April 11th. Now, when April 11th comes around, it's a Saturday, the last game at home against Columbus, and then there's 2 games left at home on the road against the Islanders and the Flyers. And it could almost be an identical situation of when Lane Hudson came to the Montreal Canadiens with 2 games left. I don't see it happening. I really, really, really don't see Michael Hage coming to the Montreal Canadiens. I do see him coming to the Laval Rocket. I don't see it happening with the Canadiens because if they keep Fowler, they got no room on the cap. They really, really don't. And you can't send anybody down through waivers because you had to do that before the deadline. They didn't name anybody on the active Laval Rocket roster list. So you can't send Sam Montembeault down even if you want to. Can't send Patrick Laine down even if you want to. I don't know if you could send Patrick Laine down for a conditioning basis like they did with Sam Montembeault. I'd have to double check the rules. But right now we're maxed out. We're maxed out. There's no room. If you want to make room for Michael Hage or David Reinbacher, you got to send Jacob Fowler back down. Which, like you said, like we're predicting, it might not happen. I'll be shocked though. I personally think he's going to go back one way or another. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know, dude.
Or
there's still so many questions, man. What are they going to do? What are they going to do with Patrick Laine? That's another freaking question.
What if they clinch and then you send down Fowler?
Yeah, but what if they're
then
clinching?
Again, if you clinch, you won't Fowler in the playoffs. You can't do that to Fowler.
But what if they're clinching like because of him more than
Jakub
Dobeš?
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm trying to say. So you can't, if they clinch, you can't send down Fowler because then you need to keep him for your playoffs. And then again, who starts the playoffs?
Well,
and Laine come back for the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, because if Laine is healthy, if we make the playoffs and Laine is healthy, this could be that whole
Patrick Laine. God love him. I love the guy. Love the player. Even though he has his faults, he's still too bad, man. The way things unfolded, but I don't know if any of you guys saw his wife posted a vlog of how what her day was during the trade deadline day, the day of the NHL trade deadline, and it was very interesting to see the perspective of a hockey wife when she knows that her husband is rumored to be traded. So not a long video, it was like 15 minutes, something like that. She mentioned Anaheim. She mentioned LA. Okay. She said, rumors are. She's like, we have half of our stuff is already packed. Rumors are LA. Rumors are Anaheim too. We don't know yet. His agent is going to call us to let us know if we're traded or if we're staying. And then throughout the video, she's walking downtown Old Port. She goes to a coffee shop. She goes to Notre Dame Basilica at the Old Port. She goes inside. She jokes, says, "I'm gonna say a little prayer to Jesus. I'll give him $20 that we stay." All that. Like how you give money to churches and all that. And then she fast forwarded to like maybe a day later. She's still recording it. She's recording herself a day later or two, or maybe. Anyways, she said like his agent called 45 minutes after the deadline saying, "Okay, you're not going anywhere. You're staying put."
He was for sure part of the biggest, the big package that was happening.
Dude, like it's hard to not speculate that he was part of that deal. That whichever other team was looking to make that deal just suddenly backed out last minute.
And I think they backed out. If this is true and this is part of the package, they
Mhm.
probably backed out because they don't know or feel confident if Liney is ready. So
He's played 5 games only. He's only played 5 games this season. That's a big contract to take. The guy's healthy. He's not hurt anymore. He's healthy. My goodness, dude. Like I unfortunately do not see Patrick Lining returning. It's the end of his contract. I don't see it happening.
no,
Even if
there's no fit.
it's so unfortunate. This guy never had a solid, healthy chance. I say healthy chance because since he's been here, it's been nothing but injuries and injuries and injuries.
In that
Even
Toronto game.
even fuck man, even when he was popping a hat trick, like he was popping candy, like imagine he wasn't fully healthy. He wasn't healthy for the playoffs. Healthy for this season, boom, he has to get operated again. Like nothing but bad luck. And I feel bad for him too.
Can he play if we make the playoffs? Can he play?
He's got to get for sure. He could play. He's got to get activated. But how are you going to change this lineup? How could you change this lineup? We're benching Alexandre Texier, who's having a pretty decent year. Thank God he scored against Ottawa with that wraparound. Because if he doesn't, maybe we don't come back from that.
Mm-hmm.
And Texier's only in because Cole Caulfield's sick. So imagine Patrick Laine. Like it's a shitty situation. It's a good problem to have for Marty. Like my God, I have healthy guys. Except for Cole being sick, but otherwise nobody's injured. Everybody could play. Who do you take out? Who do you take out of the lineup? Maybe if you give Brendan Gallagher and Josh Anderson a rest because they clinch, okay, great. You're putting Patrick Laine in, but then what? Come playoff time, you're gonna take him out? Oh, thanks for being our bouche-trou, like a plug for these last couple of games. You know what I mean? Like it sucks. That's the nature of the business. But dude, man, can you imagine like who was he going to? Like the big names out there were Matthew Nyes, Robert Thomas. Can you imagine if the Canadiens got Matthew Nyes out of Toronto?
That would have been beautiful.
So Habs fans, listen to me when I say this, okay? If the Canadiens got Matthew Nyes out of Toronto at the trade deadline, that almost fixes the big mistake of not selecting Brady Tkachuk that year. You get yourself another big power forward besides Juraj Slafkovsky. Now, I'm not saying Matthew Nyes is like Brady Tkachuk because Brady Tkachuk he's got that meanness to his game,
Yep.
something that Matthew Nyes doesn't have. But Matthew Nyes has size. He's a power forward, and the playoffs for the Leafs last year, he was noticeable. Get him out of Toronto, bring him into a culture that Montreal has right now with the players we got, with the coach that we got. You really think this kid wouldn't thrive? And you have Slafkovsky with that, doing what he's doing in your top 6. Who knows if this is true? But one thing we do know is that Kent Hughes said we're going to try again this offseason. We're going to try again in the summer. He said it in French. This is something that we could revisit in the summer.
I mean, there's a lot to talk about this summer for next season, right? Because
oh my God,
Gallagher's contract.
No, him and Anderson, they got one more year. But you know what that tells me, Ant, is that this management is looking to add in guys that are going to be long-term pieces for this team. They did it with Dobson on defense. Now they're looking for a forward. That's somebody that they could play, like they could put in our top 6.
I still think we need to fix our defense.
Oh, 1,000% we need to fix our defense.
Because we're scoring goals, and that's not a fucking issue anymore.
No,
I feel like the last
1,000%
games, we've been having defensive issue.
1,000%. But did you see how David Reinbacker's been playing recently?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's getting praised everywhere.
But the thing is, we need to fix that defensive issue before the playoffs because I still think
Ugh.
I still
Well,
think
this is who we got right now, Ant.
I still think, Sam, that Anaheim and San Jose, yes, let's blame Monty a little bit, but which game was it when we were
Against Anaheim and even against San Jose, the defense did
was it
not help
LA
out their
that we were
goalie.
down 5-2 and we came back?
San Jose.
Okay, so San Jose's game, that 5-2 down and we came
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I blame the defense, and I blame defense on that game. I really do.
Yeah,
There was a lot of
they didn't
defensive
help out.
mistakes.
For sure. Dude, for sure. You're totally right.
'Cause we started off strong that game, and I'm telling you right now, that 5-2
Bad
comeback.
giveaway. Bad giveaway. Gooley didn't have a good game. Matheson didn't have a good game that
Even
night
yesterday,
either.
if you rewatch that whole game, there was a lot of defensive errors.
There was.
We just had Fowler we had Fowler
Yeah.
that helped us, but there was
Yeah.
Ottawa
Gooley
did not capitalize on a lot of good moments.
and Cartier had a rough first period. They kind of woke up in the third. Cartier, man, like God love him. He's got the heart that Gallagher has as a defenseman. But man, I'm scared that he's gonna get run over in the playoffs. And like we saw what Tom Wilson did to him last year. I'm a bit worried about Cartier, man, and this is why the debate is like I think at some point Ryan Backer is going to be that guy, that stable, stay-at-home defenseman on the right side, but he's a big kid. He can't get pushed around easily, not as much as Cartier does. Yeah, he's going to be. We're going to have another rookie on defense, but hey, this comes with the rebuilding territory, and we're still going through I call it the growing pains, literally during this rebuild, but we're on the right track, man. We're on the right track, Anthony. It's you want to know how we're on the right track is when this team, the youngest team in the NHL, is. I have the numbers right here. Hold on, just give me 2 seconds. They are, I think, top 4 in most goals for in the season. Yeah, Montreal Canadiens with 226. 226, the youngest team in the league. Yes, they have their defensive issues, but if anybody would have told us the Canadiens this year, the youngest team in the league, would be top 5 or top 4 with most goals for in the season, would you have believed it? I know I wouldn't. I knew they'd be capable of doing it, but I didn't think they'd be. I didn't think they'd be top 5, and so they're proving that. Number one, number two. I'm gonna get the standings out there. I'm gonna share the standing screen.
Cole better come back because I want to say something. I don't know who it was. Someone might have jinxed it.
He's getting 40 goals. I don't care what anybody
Someone said that he's gonna hit 38 or 39 and not get the 40. I don't know.
Stop! No.
Zook or Chris.
Well, fuck them both. No,
Zook or Chris, but someone said it a few episodes ago, and I fucking wanted to murder them.
No. First of all, don't do that. Second of all, no, they don't know what they're talking about in this particular case. These stats, by the way, are updated. I would never have thought, Anthony, the youngest team in the league. First of all, the Canadiens would be.
I said, hold on.
What did you say?
I said, and go to episode 1, prediction episode.
Okay.
I said the Montreal Canadiens have a big opportunity of finishing first in the Atlantic, and you responded never. And we are now 2 points away from it. Just saying.
Okay, be honest. You took a bold prediction.
I took a bold prediction.
Did you truly believe it? Be honest. Be honest.
I said a healthy Habs team.
Yeah.
All season,
mm-hmm.
we are capable of doing it. Did I believe it? No.
Okay.
In the sense, I'm like, oh no, I didn't I wouldn't put my house on it.
Yeah.
But I did feel like a healthy Habs team can get there. And believe it or not, Sam,
mm-hmm.
we've been a fairly healthy team all season.
Yeah, fairly. Yeah. Well, we had
issues at the beginning, but everybody came back
right
healthy,
after
really
January,
strong.
February. Yeah, exactly. 1,000%. No, you're totally right. And last but not least, would you have believed that the Canadiens are the second team to have 5 guys above 50 points? After we're up there with Vegas, and Vegas, Jack Eichel 72 points, Mitch Marner 65, Mark Stone 60, Thomas Hurdle, 54. Pavel Dorofiev, 51. Ivan Barbashev, 46. Now you could tell like these guys are elite veterans, but my goodness, I never thought that we would have that. I never thought we would have that. Suzuki, 75. Lane Hudson, 66. Cole Caulfield, 64. Uri Slavkovsky, career high, 53 points. Now Ivan Demidov, his rookie season, 51 points. Noah Dobson's at 42. It's not far off. And look at the goals. Caulfield, 37. Slavkovsky, 24. Suzuki, 21. Even though that's a drop, it doesn't matter. He's putting up more than a point per game player. Oliver Kapanen, 20 goals as a rookie. $250,000 bonus, by the way. You know what I mean? Like he's up. Like Oliver Kapanen is up there. I
want to get that. I saw a stat yesterday. I forgot it.
Schaefer, he's up there with Schaefer and Beckett Seneca. Oliver Kapanen is up there with the first overall pick, and
Demidov has the most fucking tied first, but we could potentially get another fucking top rookie of the year.
Okay, Anthony. Okay. We're gonna end this episode on this debate. Okay.
But wait, before that debate, I want to ask you one quick question.
Sure.
And I wish I had everybody on this episode to ask this question.
Yeah,
it's a legitimate question. I know Joy's answer right away, but I hate talking about this because your carry price. This is Gallagher is my carry price. As much as I love carry, Gallagher holds a big piece of my heart.
Yeah, same for me.
You know, you and I we say the same with Gallagher.
Yeah,
in the group, but I finally came to an agreement this season because last year, the beginning of last season, I said that Gallagher could have a great final season, and he did.
20 goals.
You know, last year was like he just came out of, it was a miracle season, and then he went back to what this season was what everybody predicted last season, right?
Right.
We should have had. So
yeah,
I'm finally came to terms that Gallagher is done. Now he might help us give a push in the playoffs if we make it. Okay. My question is this, because I'm finally admitting to this. He doesn't fit the core anymore. He doesn't fit anymore.
Well, he's not part of the core, but he's still part of the leadership group.
The leadership part of it, but you could be a leadership in the room without being on the ice. You know what I mean? There's a different way.
But him being on the bench also helps the guys a lot
100%,
more than we know.
But now with all these problems that we have, Sam, like you just said, where does Liney go, or where does this go, or where does this guy go?
Yeah,
you have a Gallagher in there just blocking these moments
but
of having
he's your assistant captain.
I know. No, I'm not. I don't want him to go, but do you see him in the lineup next season?
Yeah, because he's got a no movement clause and it's his final year, but there's still going to be a big decision to be made for him. And I think his role is going to be the same like it is this year, maybe diminished a little bit more. Look, you're a fourth line guy now just because father time is catching up. It happens to every athlete. Him too. There's so much wear and tear on his body, but he's a warrior. He fights every day.
Not taking that away from him.
No, 1,000%. This is why he's still earning this place, is because that effort and the heart is still there. But at the end of his contract, they're gonna have to make a big decision between him, Josh Anderson, Alex Newhook, because all three of their contracts come to an end at the same time, I'm pretty sure. So it's too bad, but there comes a time in everybody in all athletes' career where it's like you're just slowing down. It's just, and the game gets faster. Guys are coming in younger, stronger, faster, and unfortunately,
no, it's the end for him. It's the end for him, unfortunately.
I still think he's going to be in this lineup one more year because he's got one more year left. After that, I don't know. And
but with the heart that he has, I see him making a decision to help management. If management tells him, "Listen, we need you to,"
like a David Savard
type thing, yeah, like retire now, or can we buy you out, something like that. I think he would do it just to help this team.
Yeah, but would he waive his no movement clause to go to a team that has a great chance of winning out of respect if he knows his time is up? Or Does he
Because
truly believe?
I don't want to see him in another jersey.
No, me neither.
That's me being spoiled now, right?
No, I mean,
Selfish.
no, same. I don't want to see him do that either. But is management good? I think Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon respect him enough to do that. If he, it's good. It's in his hands. He's got full control. He's got a no movement clause. The only way the Canadians can get rid of him is if they buy out his contract. It's the only way, which I don't see them doing that out of respect. I could be wrong, but
No, unless
I
he
don't see
no,
them.
but unless he offers it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I see him. I see Gallagher doing that out of respect for his management because of the heart that he has.
Mhm.
I see him waking up one morning and saying, "Guys, my time is up. This team wants to win. I want to see them win and succeed. I think I should do this." Or unless they do a big splash off season that
Mhm.
makes them a potential contending team,
Mhm.
and you keep him one more season to help him try to win that Stanley Cup. Because
Well,
Habs could
yeah.
easily, believe it or not, and I know I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just like,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know, and I'm being like NHL 2022,
You're jumping the gun a bit, but it's okay.
jumping the gun,
Sake
but
of discussion.
sake of discussion, and just tell it straight. You didn't see this happening, right? Being a team where we're at now with the top goals,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
potentially almost winning the Atlantic,
Yeah.
and this is just this season.
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine we're here now with the team that we have now. Next season, we are getting better
Yeah.
with potentially Hage, with Fowler, and all these young players
With
getting
potentially
older.
with potentially Reinbacker.
Getting older. Reinbacker, Hage comes into the lineup. You have Demidov in his second season,
Mm-hmm.
full season, as a no longer rookie, and he's going to be a 10th as better player than this season.
Same for Kapanen.
Okay. So with all that being said out loud, and then that big splash come off season if they decide to get, whatever they had like they wanted to get along. Anyways, all this to say, can't you see them potentially be a contender if they make a big move? Not with the team that we just said, but with that extra move.
Depends who they get, and it's going to be a
Matthew Nice.
If
you become a contender,
if you're a notch above who you are as a team this year, yeah, for sure. But again, it's gonna come down to defense and goaltending. You need to have a solid defense,
100%.
Because again, right now our biggest problem isn't scoring; it's the defense. It's the defense. If David Reinback, I think David Reinbacker is ready, but he's going to be a rookie. But all what I expect from David Reinbacker is just give a first great pass out of your zone and get guys away from your goalie and clear the puck when you can. That's it. David Reinbacker could have 0 points, but if he's playing well defensively, mission complete. As far as drafting him and as far as being a rookie in the NHL, et cetera, et cetera. So
we're not going to get another Lean Hudson. He's a guy who can be a defenseman and score goals. Reinbacker, I'll be happy with what you just said right now. No goals, whatever. He's going to have points for sure. But if you're that big guy on the blue line, helping your goalie out and being the defenseman that you need to be,
maybe next season we're going to see a pair Reinbacker with Hudson. Maybe.
I'm excited for next season already.
This was not even done.
Okay, what's your debate you wanted to talk about?
No, like I've mentioned this previously, but could we potentially Demidov is going to be nominated for Rookie of the Year, 1000%. I just think Anthony, it's going to Matthew Schaefer. He's so good, Anthony. He's so freaking good. He's disgusting. What he's doing as an 18-year-old defenseman, not forward, defenseman at 18 in the NHL is unbelievable.
I don't disagree because as much as Demidov is being Demidov, I don't see, like, I don't explain it, and not to say it in an insulting way towards Demidov. Okay,
here, let me sum it up for you. Where the Islanders are right now let me just go double check the standings here, just so I don't get mixed up here in my but like they're still them too. They're third in the Metropolitan Division. Okay, they're there mostly because of Matthew Schaefer. Do you agree?
Yes.
Let me ask you this: are the Canadiens are where they are mostly because of Ivan Demidov?
No.
That's where I think.
Not only that,
That's where I think the differentiate between Rookie of the Year from those two.
And what we saw in Hudson last year, like we saw his full potential, and he was just like he helped. Like the question you just asked right now was Hudson the reason why we made the playoffs last season?
One of the big reasons. I think it was one of the reasons. Okay. There's multiple reasons. Patrick Laine was one of them. Sam Montembeault was one of them. You could definitely put Lane Hudson as one of them as well in his play.
That, and you saw him to his full potential. And at a rookie season, imagine now, and look, you see him now already, and next season, and go and on and on and on, right? But this year, I don't see them at his full potential. I don't.
No, he's not. He's not there yet. But that's a good thing.
It's a very good thing
because look at what he's doing, and he's not even. We don't even see his full potential yet, and at some degree, we probably didn't even see Lane Hudson's full potential yet last season. We're seeing something. We're seeing something now, which is absolutely out of this world. Dude, Demidov. If you think he's not shining now when he's actually doing pretty good, and I kind of agree, like he's still not fully there yet. So imagine when he is fully there.
You do know Cole Caulfield and Lane Hudson are both 1 point away for career high.
Yep.
Lane Hudson is at 66 right now, and he finished last year at 66. One more point.
Right. I thought it was at so you need. Sorry, I wasn't sure if he finished at 67.
No, last year finished at 66.
So this year he needs
66.
They're gonna get, but they're all gonna get it. Slavkovsky career high, a rookie at 50 points, a rookie at 20 goals. Demidov is at 14. Maybe he could get 20 goals. Maybe Suzuki, man, if he reaches 90 points, like wow. Caulfield career high, but Caulfield 40 goals career high. You know what I mean? Like there's so many guys, all the pieces that were constructed as this rebuild as part of the core.
Slav is already points career high this year.
Yeah. Slav already reached it. I think he reached career high in goals. I think he even reached career high in goals.
Goals, but not assists yet. So career high in goals.
That's okay. That's fine by me.
He's 4 assists away of career high in assists, but points wise at 53.
Chances are he's going to get it. But like that Demidov play to Slavkovsky against the Senators was bananas. Like that pass from Suzuki for starters, and then Demidov Deke finds an open Slavkovsky. Like there's no way he's missing that. Not like Nathan McKinnon. Sorry,
Did we win that draft? Shane Wright and stuff.
1,000%. We won that draft with Slavkovsky, and we won that draft with Lane Hudson. There's no debate. Logan Cooley is a fantastic player. Cutter Gauthier was Cutter Gauthier part of that draft? I think he was. Cutter Gauthier is a great player, but no, there's no debate. We won that draft. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
I stared down and I was like, "Do we make the right move?" And then the first year we're all like,
"Well, listen, Seattle is putting Shane Wright on the block. What do you maybe they tried getting him? Can you imagine? Oh my god,
imagine Shane Wright on our lineup with Slav.
Maybe or Shane Wright with Demidov. Maybe that's what Shane Wright needs. No, I can't. No. I gotta stop.
Hey,
but yeah, man. It's exciting. We keep saying it over and over again, but it's exciting, man. And oh boy, like to be determined in the next.
It's exciting because, and again, not to shut on the Leafs, even though I want to shut on the Leafs, we're not focusing on just 5 players. Look what you just said right now. You just mentioned pretty much the whole fucking team.
Yeah,
Kapanen, Demidov, Slav, Suzuki, Cole, Texier, Fowler, Goalie.
No, let's give some
Every
love.
play, every
Give some
player has something that they give to this team.
give some love to Jake Evans recently, who's been
Fucking love
having.
Evans. But Evans is Evans, man.
Give some love to Jake Evans. Kirby Doc is looking. He's looking comfortable. Like him, Evans and Boldzirk. I actually like that line together. Dano, Anderson, Gallagher. It's a veteran line. Anderson looks like he's prepping for the playoffs, man. He's playing physical. Matt, you know what you're gonna get out of Noah Dobson. You know what you're gonna get out of Mike Matheson. Full on effort. Yeah, they're gonna make mistakes here and there, but they're gonna come back. Caden Gooley is like him too. Just stay
I
consistent.
was
Play it simple. You know what you're gonna get from Lane Hudson. And then Struble and Jacky, it's a toss up, but that's the number 5, number 6 with Cartier.
I was worried about Evans after he signed that contract last season, but he proved me
No,
wrong.
he's doing
Proved
his
me
role.
wrong. He's
He's
playing
doing his
his
role.
role, and he didn't diminish. He's still the player we want him to be, and the playoffs he's going to be the player we need him to be.
He's heart too, man. Jake Evans is all heart, man, and he's probably
he's potentially the next Gallagher for our team in a way.
yeah, in a
Like,
sense, in a sense, I think he's learned a lot from Brendan Gallagher. I don't think that's a stretch, man. No, dude, like it's so funny how we're all happy now, and then last week in LA or in California, we were like, "Fucking team, they're shit, they're too weak, they're soft," which. And fair enough, like they were
it
playing
was the
soft.
defensive side of it. They played like
There
shit.
was, but it was definitely a funk. Montreal and going to California, there's always an issue with them because
Always.
of time difference and all that.
They're still
They had-
young, eh? They're still
Yeah,
young.
they're still trying to figure it out, and they got to figure it out soon, which they are, and they will. Get out of California, and like I knew it was a bit of a funk, but like still, you got big games coming up. Just to wrap it up, Boston that's fighting for that spot. My God, then Detroit, the Islanders, Carolina, Columbus fighting for that spot. Nashville, the West, whatever. Carolina. Then you're playing Tampa Bay, who you're trying to catch up. Rangers are pretty much done. Devils back to back.
It really pisses me off though because
I'm naming the whole rest of the schedule here, but yeah,
it pisses me off that every year the magic number. Sorry if you hear the printing.
that's okay.
That's
okay.
It pisses me off every year. The magic number of clinching playoffs is in the 90s, and this year it's close. It's not because it's so tight.
Yeah,
like 90 is not your clinching number. Like
it's gonna be more than that.
It's gonna be more than that, and it's always us. It's always like we're finally at that position where we can clinch at the 90 mark. The magic number is always 92. Look at every other season, and I think is it 92? I think 92 is the magic number, right?
Usually, yeah. Usually the early 90s, yeah.
And it just sucks because now we're there, and it's not even the magic number because everybody is so fucking close. Yeah, I'm surprised to see Buffalo on the top. I'm just
dude. That's gonna be that game against Tampa Bay. Holy shit! Imagine that as a playoff series.
Yeah,
that would be insane. But for that to happen, like for us to really start, it's just those teams at the bottom. They gotta start losing. They just gotta start losing. Like the more the Rangers, the Devils, Toronto, Florida, the more those guys start losing, the quicker we're gonna start clinching. That's what it comes down to.
If we can win this weekend,
if they could grab another 4 points this weekend, man, wow. Even if it's against Western teams, like still go. They need to get as many points as they can.
Then we have Boston and Detroit, and those two games.
The biggest game of the year.
If you beat Boston and Detroit,
wow, you grab.
Then you can say, you know what?
Grab a big
Actually,
lead.
you know what? You win the next 4 games straight.
Wow.
And you get if you win the next 4, I know we're talking hypothetical, but just hear me out. It's having fun here. You win the next 4 games, and in those 4, you have Detroit and Boston, who's both fighting for a wild card. You just get a crazy gap.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You got a crazy gap, which potentially gives you your 90 number mark to potentially make it. To clinch it in the early 90s.
Sure.
We could clinch it in the early 90s if you get that gap because that's 8 points. We're going to be at 90, and Detroit and Boston are are still at 78, 79. Okay, it depends on what they do the next 4 games, but you lose one game. We can have a 10-point gap.
And just teams below them got to start losing. Like as long as Toronto, the Rangers, the Devils, even Florida Panthers, they got all keep losing.
Yeah, but
just lose. Because the
Yeah.
more they lose, the quicker we make it. But we got to win too, right?
Yeah.
Like right now,
Florida's at 69, and Toronto
Philly's in overtime now against Minnesota. Toronto won. Okay, whatever. Big freaking whoop.
Florida is like
Tampa won. Sorry. But the Devils lost. Carolina, but they're making it. The Rangers won. So yeah, no, it's still those bottom teams. They just got to start losing.
No, I think Toronto is now with if Matthews is gone.
Yeah,
you do know they're tanking for the number 1 seed. The number 1.
Yeah. Probably they're trying to get the top 5, but
they're tanking. They're at the tank zone.
Awesome, buddy.
Do you see Florida tanking?
Yeah, but they got decimated with injuries, though. It's especially when they lost Barkov too. But a lot of their top guys got injured.
Rangers is done.
Rangers are done. Devils, yeah.
And I'm surprised because Devils was the top hot team in the first month.
I don't know what's going on with the Devils. It's just because
Montreal, Jersey, and Habs were the top 2 teams of the league at the beginning of the season.
Because Sheldon Keefe is our coach, that's why. And them too, they get a lot of injuries too. They got a lot of it. They got a lot of.
At the beginning of the season, I went to that beach, the Devils game in Jersey, and there were the 2 top teams of the league, Montreal and Jersey.
Yeah. But them too, Jack Hughes keeps getting injured. Dougie Hamilton keeps getting injured too. Detroit now they don't have Dylan Larkin and Andrew Kopp for 2 weeks. That's gonna hurt them too, huh? Detroit they lost Dylan Larkin and Andrew Kopp, so we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm definitely paying close attention to the standings.
That time of year. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's getting late. It's getting late.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in to tonight's episode. We had a great time. Thanks for our listeners on the live, on X, and on YouTube. Special thanks to Roberto Simignello. And
he's going to be there on Sunday, so make sure you...
Roberto, I'll be there Sunday as well. So if you're still listening, message me, and we'll meet up for a quick picture. It'll be nice.
Yeah.
If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel to see our beautiful faces. Follow us on Instagram, X, and TikTok. Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook. We rarely use it, but we're there.
We don't
for more
Facebook
content. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us your honest rating. We want to hear what you think of us. It helps us. We want to be better. It comes to you. It comes from you guys. We'd like to thank our sponsors. Section 1.
You'll be there, section 115.
There you go. Where's my seats?
Look for your seats, and I'll finish it up. But yeah, thank you to our sponsors, Habs Cave, and Mike's Barbecue Rub. Episodes are available on audio platforms at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts, any podcast platform. Like Anthony said, give us an honest rating and review. Hopefully a 5-star rating and review. It's the only way we can feel the love and make us better.
121, baby. Section 121. We'll meet up. All right. Until Saturday
night. Maybe we'll be back with another post-game show. It's been a while since we've done one. Go Habs, go. Revenge against the Sharks. Anthony.
Until next time.
Really appreciate it, bud. Good night, everybody. Until then.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Good night.